Once upon a time, many years ago, when I was a small child, we didn't have CDs. CDs were like mid-elementary school, but when I was a little kid, we had cassettes. And I remember the Sesame Street Christmas special cassette that I played until the tape broke. And it was, my favorite song on there was Keep Christmas With You all through the year. And Big Bird sang it, and it was great. And I would rewind it and go back too far and then have to fast forward it. And I'd find that song over and over and over again. And I played it all year before I knew it was weird to listen to Christmas music all year. If you do that, that's okay. There's hope for you. But I would listen to that same song all year, and the message of that was so simple in the early 90s is as powerful and as significant today, to keep the spirit and power of Christmas with us all through the year. Where's Morgan? Morgan, a couple of weeks ago, posted something. You look so nervous. It's okay, I promise. Morgan posted something on Facebook a couple of weeks ago, and it was that we are all innkeepers deciding whether or not there's room for Jesus in our lives. And that same question is presented to us every day. Is there room for Jesus in your life? Is there room for Jesus in your heart? How will you respond to the greatest gift of all? The same joy and wonder and power that we feel as we sit around the tree, as we gather together in church, as we light candles and sing Silent Night, is the same peace, hope, joy, and love that we can feel all year if there's indeed room in your heart for Jesus. This morning, I invite you to, even though some of you have already packed up your stuff and put it away and changed from Light 98, I invite you to keep Christmas with you all through the year. To remember that in all of your interactions with other people, that when you think you want to say something, remember baby Jesus lying in a manger who came just for you. Remember the gift of grace that was given to you that you can never repay, but you can make some payments on it every day of your lives. Will you stand with me now as we pray? Let us pray. Eternal and gracious God, our Father, Lord, we thank you for this opportunity to once again celebrate the goodness of your love that came down at Christmas, God. Lord, we thank you that you made contact between heaven and earth on that first Christmas, and that we are the benefactors of that everlasting connection, God. That we are forever connected to you through your Son, Jesus Christ. And Lord, we come to you with hearts of joy for celebrations that we've had, but also, God, you know the worries of our hearts. You know the things that are keeping us bound, God, and we ask that you release us from those things, that we can celebrate joyfully, not just this day, but every day, all that you've done for us, but more than that, God, all that you are. Lord, we thank you for this time together and all that you're going to do. Lord, bless the children and the adult leaders who helped them to put this together, God. We ask that all things work together, not just in the service, but all things everywhere work together to bring you glory. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.